Sad tales best for winter.
And we have one of kings and queens.
Of stunning torment.
Of children lost.
Of kingdoms rent.
Of wrath.
Of ruin.
Behold, Leontes, Lord of Sicilia, and Hermione, King's daughter, King's wife, mother to Leontes' beloved son, Mamilius. And here, Polixenes, king of far-off Bohemia. Friends from childhood are Leontes and Polixenes. Rooted between them is such an affection that neither matter nor malice will ever shake their love. For 9 turns of the watery moon, Leontes has played host to his fellow king. But time wears on, and Bohemia cries for Polixenes' return. Despite the entreaties of Leontes, Polixenes refuses to prolong his stay. Until...
Tongue-tied, our queen, speak you.
I had thought, sir, to have held my peace until you had drawn oaths from him not to stay. You, sir, charge him too coldly. To tell he longs to see his son were strong, but let him say so then, and let him go. But let him swear so, and he shall not stay. We'll thwack him hence with distaffs. Yet of your royal presence, I'll adventure the borrow of a week. When at Bohemia you take my lord, I'll give him my commission to let him there a month behind the date prefixed for his parting. Yet, good deed, Leontes, I love thee not a jar of the clock behind what lady she her lord. You'll stay?
No, madam.
Nay, but you will.
I may not. Verily.
Verily? You put me off with limber vows, but I, though you would seek to unsphere the stars with oaths, should yet say, sir, no going. Verily, you shall not go. A lady's verily is as potent as a lord's. Will you go yet? Force me to keep you as a prisoner, not like a guest, so you shall pay your fees when you depart and save your thanks. How say you, my prisoner or my guest? By your dread, verily, one of them you shall be.
Your guest, then, madam. To be your prisoner should import offending, which is for me less easy to commit than you to punish.
Not your jailer, then, but your kind hostess. Come, I'll question you of my lord's tricks and yours when you were boys. You were pretty lordings then.
We were fair queen too, lads that thought there were no more behind but such a day tomorrow as today, and to be boy eternal. But what we changed was innocence for innocence. We knew not the doctrine of ill doing, nor dreamed that any did. Had we pursued that life, we should have answered heaven boldly, not guilty, to the charge of Adam's sin.
By this we gather you have tripped since?
Oh, my most sacred lady, temptations have since then been born to us. For in those unfledged days was my wife a girl, and your precious self had then not crossed the eyes of my young playfellow.
Grace to boot. Of this make no conclusion, lest you say your queen and I are devils. Yet, go on. The offenses we have made you do will answer, if you first sinned with us, and that with us you did continue fault, and that you slipped not with any but with us.
Is he won yet?
He'll stay, my lord.
At my request he would not. Hermione, my dearest, thou never spokest to better purpose.
Never.
Never but once.
What? Have I twice said well? When was it before? I prithee tell me. Crown us with praise and make us as fat as tame things. One good deed dying tongueless slaughters 1,000 waiting upon that. Our praises are our wages. You may ride us with one soft kiss 1,000 furlongs ere with spur we beat an acre. But to the goal. My last good deed was to entreat his stay. What was my first? It has an elder sister, or I mistake you. Oh, were the deed gracious! But once before I spoke to the purpose. Nay, let me have it. I long.
Why, that was when 3 crabbed months had soured themselves to death, ere I could make thee open thy white hand and clap thyself my love. Then didst thou utter, I am yours forever.
Gracious indeed. Why, lo you now, I have spoke to the purpose twice. The one forever earned a royal husband. The other for some while, a friend.
Too hot to mingle friendship far as mingling bloods. I have a tremor cordis on me. My heart dances, but not for joy. No, joy. This entertainment may a free face put on derive a liberty from heartiness, from bounty, fertile bosom that well becomes the agent. May, I grant, not to be paddling palms and pinching fingers as now they are, making practice smiles as in a looking glass. That is entertainment my heart likes, no, nor my brows. I'm now Mamilius, but thou my boy.
I'm my lord.
That's why that's my ballcock. Why, has smudged my nose. They say it is a copy out of my cup, Captain. You must be neat. Not neat, but cleanly, Captain. And yet, the steer, the heifer, and the calf are all cold and neat. Still virgin upon his palm. How now, you wanton calf? Art thou my calf?
Yes, if you will, my lord.
I want the rough passion shoots as I have to be full like thee. They say we are almost as like as eggs. Women say so, that will say anything. Yet we're true to say this boy were like to me. Affection, thy intention, stabs the center that makes possible things not so held, communicates with dreams. With what's unreal, thou co-active art, and fellows nothing. And 'tis very greedy thou mayst co-join with something, and then thou dost, and that beyond commission, and that to the infection of my brains and the hardening of my brows.
What means, Cecilia?
He something seems unsettled.
How, my lord, what cheer? How is it with you, best brother?
You look as if you held a brow of much distraction. Are you moved, my lord?
No, in good earnest. How nature will sometimes betray its folly, its tenderness, and make itself a pastime to harder bosoms. Looking on the lines of my boy's face, methoughts I did recall 23 years, and saw myself. How like methoughts I then was to this squash, this colonel, this gentleman, mine honest friend. Will you take eggs for money?
No, my lord, I'll fight.
You will! One happy man be so. Tell me, my brother, are you as fond of your young prince as we who seem to be lovers?
Oh, if at home, sir, he's all my exercise, my mirth, my matter. Now my sworn friend, but then, oh, mine enemy, my parasite, my soldier, statesman. Oh, he makes a July's day short as December, and with his varying childness, cures in me thoughts that would thicken my blood.
So stands the squire offers with me. We two will walk, my lord, and leave you to your graver steps. Hermione, as thou lovest us, show in our brother's welcome. Next to thyself and my young rover, he's a parent to my heart.
If you would seek us, we are yours in the garden. Shall we attend you there?
To your own beds dispose you. You'll be found, be you beneath the sky. I am angling now, though you perceive not how I give mine. Go to, see how she holds up a net, the bill of him, and arms herself with all the boldness of a wife to her allowing husband. Gone already. Inch thick, knee deep, o'er head and ears, a forked one. Go, play, boy, play. Thy mother plays, and I play too. Yet so disgrace apart, its issue will hiss me to my grave. Contempt and clamor be my knell. Go, play. Play. There have been, or I am much deceived, cuckolds, and now many a man there is, even at this present while I speak this, holds his wife by the arm, and little thinks she has been sluiced in his absence, his pond, fished by his next neighbor, by Sir Smile, his neighbor. Nay, it's comforting, will other men have gates, and those gates, like mine, open against their will. Should all despair that hath revolted wives, the tenth of mankind would hang themselves. Visit for it, there's none. There's a body black that strike with is most predominant. 'Tis powerful, think it from east, west, north, and south. Be it concluded, there is no barricado for a belly to let in and out the enemy with bag and baggage. this great sir will yet stay longer.
You had much ado to make his anger hold. When you cast out, it still came on.
Didst know it?
He would not stay at your petitions, made his business more material.
Didst perceive it? They are here with me already, whispering, rounding Cecilia's, and so forth. Will be far gone ere I shall gust at last. How came it, Camilla, that he did stay?
At the good queen's entreaty.
At the Queen's, be it good, it should be pertinent, but as it is not. Tell me, was this taken by any understanding pate but thine? For thy conceit soaking will draw in more than the common lot. Not notice, but of the finer natures, or by the lower masses, perchance to this business purblind.
Business, my lord. I think most understand Bohemia stays here longer.
Ha!
Stays here longer?
Aye, but why?
To satisfy your highness and the entreaties of our most gracious mistress.
Satisfy the entreaties of your mistress. Satisfy! Camilla, I have trusted thee with all the things nearest to my heart, as well my chamber councils, wherein priest-like thou hast cleansed my bosom, and I from thee departed, thy penitent, reformed, but we have been deceived in thy integrity, deceived in that which seems so.
Be it forbid, my lord.
To blind upon thou art not honest, or if thou inclines that way, thou art a coward, which hawks us honestly behind, restraining from course required, or else thou must be counted a servant grafted in my serious trust and therein negligent. Or else thou art a fool, that sees the game played home, the rich straight drawn, and takes it all for jest.
My gracious lord, I may be negligent, foolish, and fearful. In every one of these, no man is free. My lord, if ever I were willful negligent, it was my folly. If industriously I played the fool, it was my negligence. If ever fearful to do a thing, 'twas a fear which oft affects the wisest. These, my lord, are such allowed infirmities that honesty is never free of. But beseech your grace, be plainer with me. Let me know my trespass by its own visage. If I then deny it, 'tis none of mine.
Have you not seen? Nay, you have as passed out, whereas your eyeglass is thicker than a cockle's horn, nor heard, for to a vision so apparent, rumor cannot be mute, nor thought. For cogitation resides not in the man that does not think. My wife is slippery. If thou wilt confess, or else be so impudently negative to have nor eyes, nor ears, nor thought, then say, my wife's a hobby horse, deserves a name as rank as any flax wench that puts to before her trough. Why, say it and justify it.
I would not be stander by to hear my sovereign mistress clouded so without my present vengeance taken. True, my heart, you never spoke what did become you less than this, which to reiterate, were sin as deep as that, though true.
Is whispering nothing, leaning cheek to cheek, stopping the career of laughter with a sigh, horsing foot on foot, wishing clocks more swift, hours, minutes, noon, midnight, skulking in corners, and all eyes blind to the pin and web but theirs only that unseen would be wicked. Is this nothing? Why, then the world and all that's in it is nothing. The covering sky is nothing. Bohemia, nothing. My wife is nothing. Nor nothing have these nothings, if this be nothing.
Good, my lord. Be cured of this diseased opinion and betimes, for 'tis most dangerous.
Say it be, 'tis true.
No, my lord.
Is you lie, I say thou liest, Camilla, and I hate thee for it. Pronounce thee a gross lout, a mindless slave, or else a hovering temporizer that with thine eyes can see good and evil inclining to the both. If my wife's liver were infected as her life, she should not live the running of one glass.
Who does infect her?
Why, he that wears her like a medal around his neck, Bohemia. Who, had I servants true about me, that bear eyes to see alike mine honor as their profit, their own particular thrift, might do that which should undo more doing. I, and thou, his cupbearer, whom I from meaner form have benched and reared to worship, who mayst see, plainly as heaven sees earth and earth sees heaven, how I am galled. Mightst bespice a cup to give mine enemy a lasting wink, which draught to me were cordial.
Sir, and my lord, I could do this, and that with no rash potion, but with a lingering dram that should not work maliciously like poison. But I cannot believe this crack to be in my dread mistress, so sovereignly being inhonorable. I have loved
Make that thy question and go raw. Thus think I am so muddy, so unsettled, as to appoint myself in this vexation, sully the purity and whiteness of my own cheeks, which to preserve in sleep, which being spotted, goads, thorns, nettles, tails of wasps. Without right moving to it, what I do this could man so blemish?
I must believe you, sir. I do, and will fetch off Bohemia forth, provided that when he's removed, your highness will take again your queen as it was at first, even for your son's sake, and thereby for sealing the injury of tongues in courts and kingdoms known and allied to yours.
Now thus advise me, even as I mine own course have set down. I'll give no blemish to a wrong, none.
My lord, go then, and with countenance as clear as friendship wears at feasts, keep with Bohemia and with your queen. I am his cupbearer. If for me that wholesome beverage, account me not your servant.
This is all. Do it, and thou hast one half my heart. Do it not, and thou splitst thine own.
I'll do it, my lord.
I will seem friendly, as thou hast advised me.
Oh, miserable lady. But as for me, what case stand I in? I must be the poisoner of good Polixenes, and my ground to do it is the obedience to a master, one who in rebellion with himself will have all that are his so too. To do this deed, promotion follows. If I could find examples of thousands that had struck anointed kings and flourished after, I'd not do it. But since nor brass, nor stone, nor parchment bears not one, let villainy itself forswear. I must forsake the court. To do it or no is certain to me a breakneck. Happy star, ring now.
This is strange. Methinks my favor here begins to warp. Not speak. Good day, Camilla.
Hail, most royal sir.
What is the news in the court?
None there, my lord.
The king hath on him such a countenance as he had lost a province and a region loved as he loves himself. Even now I met him with customary compliment, when he, wafting his eyes to the contrary and falling a lip of much contempt, speeds from me. So it leaves me to consider what his greeting that changes thus his manners.
I dare not know, my lord.
How? Dare not? Do not? Do you know and